hello. Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Don't Laugh But.
Yes.
Unprecedented and we'd note that. Don't be silly.
No, what are you talking about?
Who are you? What are we talking about?
Welcome to the Twatmosphere.
A podcast straight from the said Twatmosphere. How are you this week? We're slightly under the weather, aren't we?
We are a little bit under the weather, not in a COVID-y way.
Oh, definitely no COVID here. Thank goodness.
I'm all right apart from that. Sun's shining.
Sun's shining. This is what I love about this time of year. You've got a grey day yesterday.
Yeah.
In the juxtaposition of the sunshiny day today, it lifts your mood.
Yeah.
Makes you happy. So life's good.
The leaves are annoying me though.
Oh,
the
yes.
autumnal leaves, because I've had my garden landscaped, as you know, and now you can't see the garden for leaves. But arriving today, I've got a leaf sucker upper coming.
This is exciting news.
I know.
And I believe this leaf sucker upper does more than the sucking.
Oh, it mulches them. Oh, no, it doesn't. What does it do? It shreds them and then you can mulch them. I'm going to be a mulching queen.
Do you know what mulch is?
No. You know I don't garden.
I love that. I love that you're excited about
You
something.
can have my mulch if you want. I'll let you have that.
I'll be all over your mulch.
Don't Laugh But has been described as an essential service by literally no one. Yet, here they are, back anyway.
So today is the 12th of November.
Yep.
And yesterday, well, today is the day of the anniversary of my dad dying.
Oh, it is. Oh, now I feel terrible because I hadn't said anything. No. Happy Dad Death Day.
I know. We don't start. I didn't even need to mention it. The reason I mentioned it is because, well, I just thought I would get a bit of sympathy,
Yes,
quite frankly.
Absolutely.
Also, yesterday was the 11th, so it was Veterans Day. So my husband had a day off yesterday because it was Veterans Day. And I've been thinking about Veterans Day, which I find quite ironic because I lived 15 years, Rebecca Elliott, as a military wife, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah? I think I could have a medal for that. Just,
Really?
because it reminds me of my PE days, I've never got a medal for anything. I would just like a participation badge, if I can.
You were there.
I was there, I did it. But I did think about Veterans Day
So you think there should be a Wives of Vets Day?
Yeah, I think there should be.
Okay. Not vets, obviously.
Yeah.
As in animal carers.
That's just they could have one too.
Might get confusing.
But I was thinking about this and I was thinking, how weird is it as I lived that life, considering I'm such a pacifist. And that, my friend, is not the only thing I have in common with Muhammad Ali.
Is it? It's not the only thing?
Well,
what else have you got in common with Cassius Clay?
Oh, you said don't follow up questions.
Yeah, okay.
Let's leave that there.
Something.
But I think that I don't so much sting like a...
I don't think you float like a butterfly. Frankly, I think you will drop like a stone.
He is what I want to be when I grow up.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
I've been listening to other podcasts as well.
Oh.
I know. I'm going to stop in a second. My voice is much more sexy when I've had no sleep.
Is it? Okay.
So croaky and...
Oh, you've been listening to our other podcasts?
Oh, our ones.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant you've been listening to other people's podcasts.
Oh, I do that as well, but I
Traitor. Don't do that.
No, I listen to ours because
they're all rubbish.
Ours are all right. They're okay. Yeah. So, we had a good week.
Well, now you've got to explain why you've been listening to our old podcast, because that sounds really
I listen to them because
narcissistic.
No, I think it's you
There's nothing else on. I just go listen to myself talk.
Yes. Well, I hate it. I absolutely hate listening to myself. I hate watching myself, and I love myself. I mean, you couldn't get a more narcissistic relationship with oneself than mine.
Yeah. You're even a threat to Lizzo's love for herself.
I do enjoy it, but when it comes to my voice working, I go, oh, that's all, and I cannot see anything good in it. However, with the podcast, I'm trying to find I think generating material is what I'm looking at.
Oh, generating comedic material.
Because we say the odd funny line. I mean,
occasionally.
Because it's Don't Laugh But we focus on the butt.
We do, absolutely.
So, but we're here. This is my favourite time of the week.
Yeah,
it's podcast time.
It's podcast time, baby.
It's podcast time, my friend.
I'm going to kick off with a little overheard.
Oh, I've got one too, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm loving that we're starting with the overheard.
I was in town.
Was you?
It was 3, I would say, 12-year-old girls walking near me.
Was you in town recently?
Recently?
Oh.
This was a couple of days ago.
And was it a visit?
No, it must have been before No, it was during lockdown.
Was it to buy food then?
It was to buy food.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to just open more Whatsits.
Oh, your giant Whatsits.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to cause all kinds of
So sorry. There we go.
Come on.
It's done.
Now
It's
we've
quiet.
got to listen to you.
I'll suck on them.
You suck it. Okay.
Oh, I will.
Suck that Whatsit.
It's huge.
So these 3 girls, and there was a policeman Really?
Mm-hmm.
Suck it. It's too big, isn't it? It's a giant monster. It's too big to suck.
Oh.
Why have you put it in lengthways? Why have you done that?
Sorry.
12-year-old girls, they see a policeman up ahead, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They look quite, innocent little young girls. And then one of them goes, it's the feds. And the other one goes, I ain't done nothing. And then the third one said, I'm going to steal his hat and run. It's 12-year-old girls.
Steal his hat and
I
run.
didn't stick around to see if his hat was stolen. I walked in the opposite direction. I was scared.
There's going to be a crime committed. I'm leaving the area.
You can't steal a policeman's hat.
No, you really can't. Must apologise there. I did misjudge the real estate in my mouth.
Yes,
I thought there was much more room.
No.
I couldn't put it in that way. I would have gagged. Clearly, my gag reflexes.
Oh, I see. So that's why you put it in lengthways.
I thought I would put it in lengthways. And then I realised I'm not a hamster. I just had to suck it up. But that was a good overheard. Thank you.
That's a little overheard for you.
And it's because it's tricky for us with overheards, isn't it? Because we're not out and about. We're in the community, aren't we?
We're in the community.
No, we're not.
We're take them where you can get them.
We're very much. I mean, mine was in bed this morning with my husband.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was on the phone to the bank,
and
he said to the woman on the phone, he went, "So how are you enjoying working at home?
Did he?
Do you have your own desk?" I said, "Darren, you sound like a stalker." And then he was about to go, "Are you wearing slippers?" I'm like,
"Tell me what you're wearing."
Yeah, like you can't ask someone, "Are you enjoying working at home?" And I thought he's going to go, "Where do you live?" Like, Jersey, sunny there. Like, what?
Are you lonely?
Yeah. It just was like, she seemed to thoroughly enjoy it and said, "Well, are you working at home?"
Is lonely.
And, but I don't even know how he knew she was working at home. Did she say, "I'm taking this call at home, so I don't have access to my computers"?
Bank.
This was a bank,
It's a banker.
Well, I'm going to say it was NatWest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other banks are available.
Yes. They are, but
it comes to something when you've got to do an overheard of what you've overheard your husband say.
I know, that's how desperate I am, mate.
Wow.
And the thing about banks is, at the moment, they're a bit. They remind me of the apocalypse.
Banks remind you of the apocalypse.
Yes, they do. Because if you think about it, because there's always queues outside banks now.
Oh, I see.
And you imagine in an apocalypse, people would want their money.
Would they? If the end of the world is coming, they're not going to want their money.
Well, maybe if they thought the end of the world was coming, they'd want their money.
Do you think?
To spend it before the end of the world. Yes, I don't think
you've really thought through.
No, I hadn't, but it does remind me. No, I know. I suppose in an apocalypse, you think, well, I don't need money. I just go and steal things. You'd be like those girls with the hats and policemen in the Woolworths.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't have Woolworths anymore. Oh, do you know something interesting happened about Woolworths?
God. Sorry, yes. I suddenly had an out-of-body experience and just looked down and you just talking incessantly, and I said, "Oh, good God," out loud. I apologise for that. No, carry on. This is wonderful.
Feel free to edit. Well, I've got so much to talk about. It's because we did a live one last week.
I'm very uncomfortable. I don't know if that's obvious. I'm squirming a bit.
Your foot's in your crotch.
I know. It's staying there.
It's just comfortable.
It's warm.
So much to say, because last week we did our live one.
Yes.
We don't get to talk as much as we like in the live one, do we?
No, it was very awkward. I did not know what to do with myself.
You didn't know what to do with your hands. And you have to...
We are in a bubble. We should say, for anyone who didn't see that.
Oh, yes, we are.
To explain that we are bubbled up.
Yeah.
Explain that on here? We probably explained that on here
Oh,
before.
yeah, because you're single.
Yeah.
I'm not. So Rebecca feels the need to leech from the traditional family unit, if you will.
Thank you. Thank you for offering me your traditional family unit.
I like to have you as part of my traditional family unit. Yes. You are the butter to my bread, if you will. Woolworths. So we talked about, there was a bit about Woolworths the other day, and pals that I used to work with back in the day when I was a Saturday supervisor.
And you could do voids.
And I could do voids and had keys hanging off there. I don't know if I've mentioned that ever before.
That quite a lot.
Something like that
it's
is
the proudest moment.
I
worked at Woolworths and I could do voids.
That is nothing. I mean,
you still create voids in many ways.
This is why I strive for Rebecca Elliott for greatness, because I have to somehow get better than that.
Yeah, once you've been up the top of that ladder, doing voids in Woolworths, it's very difficult.
Anyway,
to fall back down.
The fact is that they talked about it, and apparently, I now do remember being aware of it at the time, but the warehouse upstairs in Woolworths was haunted.
What?
Now, there were very respected colleagues saying yes, they saw the ghost.
Who was the ghost?
It was there was sadly a woman who died.
Uh-huh.
There.
Was she working Woolworths?
Yeah, she was one of the cooks back in the day when they did food for their staff.
They did food?
Oh, they did. We had a lovely canteen in the day. Wow. Yeah. And so anyway...
When did you work in Woolworths? 1953?
Well, it was before I was there, I must say that. But the canteen was still up there when I went in, and we could make ourselves all kinds of pot noodles.
This is fascinating.
Anyway, sadly the cook died. It was a very sad day. Many of my colleagues remember she was there one minute.
Elderly?
I don't think she was that elderly. Oh. Anyway, she died in sad circumstances.
Overdosed on the pick and mix.
She may have done it. Well, anyway, she died.
Okay.
Apparently, she's the one they think might haunt the. And I tell you what.
Well, hang on. Finish one story before you go on to the next.
This is the same story.
She
my
was
friend.
seen. That she was seen as a ghost.
A ghost was seen. They've actually seen the ghost. Many of my esteemed colleagues there.
Well, I mean, arguably, but okay.
They saw.
I'll play along.
The ghost. Right. Now, when I used to go up in the lift, because we had a lift that went up, it was the most awful lift that broke down on so many occasions that we used to bring the stock down in. Mm-hmm, and I'd go up in the lift and I was terrified every time. I've got a thing about lifts anyway. I've been broken down in a lift before. That's another story for another exciting...
Well, we can look forward to that on another occasion.
Anyway, so I'm going up and down the lift, and when you used to go up in the stockroom, it was spooky, mate. I've never actually seen anything myself because I've always said to ghosts, I believe in you, don't need to see you. Don't need that in my life.
Don't need to see proof, thank you.
Don't need to see it. But there was always an eerie feeling, and how it was a massive stockroom with obviously lots of stock. So you couldn't see it.
That's what stockrooms have, as I understand.
And so that's why it was scary. But the lift was so scary, and I do think there was a certain energy.
Do you?
I do. And then that's proven anyway, because my esteemed colleagues, as I said, a few times have seen the ghost. Things have moved off the shelf
somewhere. It must be a bit gutting if you've got to haunt Woolworths forevermore.
Stockroom as well, and you couldn't even go on the floor.
You want some old mansion or something.
Saying that, the floor, whenever one used to go, all the staff at the shop go, and because I had keys, I'd lock up things.
Yeah, you had keys.
There was a certain feel in this area. I wonder, and you've said yourself, that Tesco's, the little Tesco's in town has an odd feel. Maybe that's why.
What, the little Tesco's in town has an odd feel because there's always crazy people walking around it, shouting.
Maybe.
That's not because of the ghosts, you idiot.
I'm just saying it could be. Anyway, so there we go. That's my my exciting story of the week. Now,
yeah. Wow.
What do you want to say? I've got lots more, so you need to talk, mate, because otherwise it'll just be me.
I was going to get onto the subject of the day.
Oh,
I had crevice curiosity, but I thought I'd save it to the end. I can delve now, but
no, save it, mate.
Save it. So today we're talking about stupidity.
Oh, we are. I mean, this is something we're good at.
It's very alien to us. I was going to say. I mean, what is stupidity? I don't know.
Well, I've learned something.
Never experienced it myself.
I've got a question for you about this.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it right now?
Yeah, I do.
So how many, right? This is a question to see if you're stupid or not.
Don't test my stupidity.
Let's try it.
Live on air. No.
Fine.
No, already I'm scared.
I've done it and got it wrong. So you're in good company.
Come on.
How many animals of each species did Moses take on the ark?
2.
That's exciting because that's like science proven on air. No, none, because Moses didn't take anyone on the ark. It was Noah.
Oh, it's one of those. Yeah. Do
you know what that
means? I hate that because that's not testing stupidity.
It is, mate. Do you know what it is?
No, it's not. It's testing your listening abilities.
No, it's called cognitive miser. Is what it's called.
Is it?
Yeah, mate. Honestly, it's like a big deal. Like this is
honestly, mate, your stupidity is a really big deal. You might want to look into it.
No, right? Because this is the thing. That doesn't mean you're stupid. Because greater intelligence. Expertise on a specific subject and education might actually amplify errors. So you might actually be really intelligent, but still be a dumbass.
Well,
you know?
I'm going to take that. And in fact, that was my first and probably only point today, which is that clever people are stupid. And people have said that to me before. For a clever person, you're quite stupid. I'm not sure that I'm clever or stupid, but there is a link between a high IQ. And a lack of common sense, which has been disputed. So I was reading up on this. And because they think it was actually perpetuated by the patriarchy, that basically there's a link between hierarchy and lack of common sense. It was perpetuated by the idea that, well, men are the geniuses So they're the ones who, do the work, but they can't possibly iron a shirt or plan the meals. So that's why the little women do that, because they're good at the common sense. So unfortunately, it was perpetuated by that. But there have been studies that Bruce Charlton, an evolutionary psychiatrist at Newcastle University, it's just off the top of my head, Kirsty, you understand?
Published you have in your head.
Published a study which claimed very intelligent people were lacking in certain other brain functions that could make them appear silly in social situations. And basically, the theory is it's because they overthink situations rather than going with the instincts and the spontaneity that is associated with common sense and what have you.
Well, that might be
so cool. Next time I put the remote control in the fridge or whatever, I can just blame my high IQ.
I think you should.
I don't think I actually have a high IQ, though.
My husband has a high IQ.
Yeah, but he's quite stupid.
Well, this is the thing, you see, I've told you. I mean, we've told you the pink bag debacle of 1962. It wasn't. It was of 19... It was 20... Well, it was the pink bag debacle of 2018, I believe.
What was the pink bag debacle?
I said to my husband, can you pass me the pink rucksack? Mm-hmm. He said, can you give me more detail?
Wow.
I'm not sure.
That's an overthinking brain.
His brain is constantly doing it. And it's not overthinking about, like...
I think you oversold it with the word debacle, though. if that is just the story right there. But okay.
Well, it did cause a debacle because what it said to me, it said, ooh, and then he said the F word, fumbling thumbcaxes.
You're trying to make it.
I'm trying to make a word, and it just shows to me like my husband he is so ridiculously intelligent. Like he can build anything, right?
Yeah.
But he can't do a simple task.
No.
At all.
No.
Like he when he's cleaning, he'll take a long time to clean something, and he goes, I just like to do it properly. Well, I'd just like you to do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, mate.
Move on to the next thing. Also,
so,
he can be staggeringly socially inappropriate, can't he?
It's never, ever. I don't think there's a time that Darren actually is socially appropriate. Sometimes I think, please, with our children, are you really going to say that?
Yeah.
And he says it.
Oh, yeah.
And we serve us both well because we're both hugely oversharers. That I have no limits on what we will talk about.
Really not.
But it just... Yeah. So I think...
Well, I think this goes in because there are different kinds of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really crap at remembering any kind of fact. I'm just not good at... So my knowledge is fairly terrible. So I was good at arty subjects. I could write well. And I was okay with maths because you haven't really got to remember a lot of stuff with maths. But science, geography, languages, where you've got to remember stuff.
Well, my friend, do you know...
Absolutely. I just can't do it.
Do you know how many types of intelligence
I can write a damn-fired essay. Mm-hmm. Probably don't know where Denmark is.
But you don't know where...
I don't know where Denmark is.
I don't know where Denmark is.
For example.
Oh.
Geography. No.
Right. Did you... Okay.
No.
Did you know how many types of intelligence there are?
How many types of intelligence are there?
Well, there's between 7 and 9, depending on which model you're looking at. I'm going to go with the 9.
Okay.
And of those 9...
We could go for 8.
Nope, we're going with 9.
Okay.
Go with the max. Mm-hmm. We're maxing now. And of the 9, right, I have decided... I know that I'm 5 of them.
Oh, you've got 5 types of intelligence?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want me to go through them?
If it's quick.
It's not. So you've got like all kinds of different intelligences. Like what you're saying there. I mean, I'm just literally putting the gravy onto your potatoes because you've covered that very well.
Moisten my potatoes. Moisten my spuds, please.
I'm gonna pour all over them with some juicy gravy.
Yeah. All right. Stop it now. It's getting nasty.
So you've got you've got. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I'll just go through them briefly with you. You've got your naturalistic intelligence, which is
naturalistic.
Things like people are good at gardening, that can grow things. Yeah. You don't have any of that.
I don't have that. No.
You know, you've got your musical intelligence. I have none of that. You have a load of it. You know, logical, mathematical. We both don't have any of it.
Have you? A little bit. I did okay at maths in school.
Oh, I'm
not super good.
I'm literally in the remedial class on that one. Yeah. Existential intelligence.
Existential intelligence. What's that?
Well, that's what I have a lot of, mate. Like thinking about things higher than yourself. Thinking about. I mean, I'm not a genius, but I like to think about it. It's something I think about a lot.
Thinking about bigger ideas. I did philosophy, so I guess that comes under that, right?
Without a doubt, exactly. Interpersonal intelligence.
No, I don't have that.
You do, mate. If you're asking yourself, like, why am I doing that? What's that about? What did that?
Like with yourself.
Yeah. Oh, well, that could hold on. No, interpersonal. No, that's the other people. Yeah. It's intra. There's another. See, this is where it gets confusing.
It is confusing.
You are bad at interpersonal because you don't really like to talk to people.
Yeah.
I'm good at that. I like it. It's what I live for. Yeah. So I live and breathe it.
Are you good at it, or do you just do it?
I just do it.
Yeah.
I've got these intelligences doesn't mean I use them well.
Yeah. I might be really good at talking to other people. I just wouldn't know because I don't really do it.
Because you don't want to do anything you really could be bad at.
Yes, that's true.
Bodily kinetic intelligence.
Oh, I have not got that. I can't roller skate.
No, there's people who are good at dancing. They use their spatial awareness. They can express their emotions through their bodies.
Like the medium of dance.
Oh, watch out.
Well, we don't, I think I might probably told this story many times before, but the last time I went roller skating, I fell down so many times. The little person who comes around and picks you up asked the person I was with if I had special needs.
Oh.
That's how bad I am at balance.
Did you used to go to Rollerberry back in the day?
A couple of times, yeah. All my mates would just be going around the middle and I would be clinging to the outside.
No, I'm a good skater.
White knuckling around the... Oh, I wish I could. I literally dream that I can.
Do you want me to teach you?
In fact, I dreamt this week...
That you could skate?
No. This time I dreamt that my dad and my brother had decided that forevermore they're going to get around everywhere on roller skates.
Wow.
And I was really pissed off because I can't roller skate, so I couldn't keep up with them.
There's something about roller skating, like I love it.
I obviously have a lot of issues with it.
You do. That's maybe something you need to overcome in your life, maybe. Linguistic intelligence.
No.
Good at communication, talking, languages.
I think they're not languages.
I think it probably is language.
I can't learn languages because that means learning stuff. But I can turn a phrase in a book.
Oh, she can turn a phrase. Personal, self-smart, that's called. So naturalistic. Let's go through them one more time. Naturalistic, nature smart. Yeah. Musical, sound smart. Mm-hmm. Logical, mathematical reasoning, number reasoning smart. Mm-hmm. Existential, life smart. Common sense as well, I reckon. Yeah. Interpersonal, people smart. Body kinetic. I can't say that word.
No, don't try and say
Body smart. Linguistic, word smart. You are linguistic, mate. Yeah. You know your words. You've got your tongue all around those words. I mean, I got excited by the word happenstance the other day. It's definitely not a skill of mine. I'll talk about it later. Word. Intrapersonal, self-smart, definitely.
Yeah.
And spatial, spatial. Picture smart. Definitely not
linguistics, not your thing.
No.
Spatial.
Yeah, so there's loads of different
hang on a minute. There seems to be, what about, like Darren, people who, and my dad, and who really understand, like... I have had electricity explained to me hundreds of times, and I just don't understand it. I still think it's witchcraft and sorcery and enchantments. But what about that kind of brain that understands like tech stuff?
So I'm going to put that into logical mathematical intelligence. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add that into
in that case, I haven't got
logical intelligence. My husband is so logical. Oh, my voice just went really loud. Logical intelligence, he's very logical. He always looks at things logically. Yeah. And I love that he's got an emotional side. Like, he's super sweet and thoughtful and because he's not...
What is this podcast about, Darren?
I enjoy him.
Calm down.
He's been off all week with his little face because he's got a cold.
He's been off all week with his little face?
Yeah, I've realised that...
he's not got a little face, he's got a massive beard.
No, because hold on. But this is the thing, because he's obviously been Veterans Day, put pictures of himself up in the military, right? I mean, his face suits retirement. His face needed to have some beard.
Yes.
I see. It's a beautiful face, but...
I've seen pictures of Darren without a beard. It is frightening.
It's enhanced. His face is enhanced.
It's a face that needed accessories.
It really did. And anyway, he's been off all week, like I say, because he's had a cold and you can't go on base with any kind of symptoms, even though it's very not COVID. But he has been really under the weather. And I love
Nobody
him.
Cares.
I love him being at home, right? But I have realised when he's sitting on the couch, I have to sit on the couch. We cannot be productive if the other one isn't being productive in the house. Yeah. I just feel like, he's sitting down. I think I'll have a little sit down. Yeah. And then he'll see me sitting down and so he'll sit down longer. Well,
there's nothing worse than tidying out the kitchen or something if someone else is sitting on the sofa.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that, do you? So 9 hours later, we haven't moved.
Brilliant.
Yes. So there's all types of...
I think every week we should just have a Darren update.
Oh, I'm up for that.
People are fascinated.
Oh, my God. I bore myself how much I enjoy it.
You're listening to Don't Laugh But, where Rebecca Elliott and Kirsty Hudson take you to the very epicenter of the random and only occasionally relevant.
I'm concerned at the moment that you keep raising a massive what's it. almost into your mouth and then putting it down on the table again? You gonna eat
scared
it or not?
I'm scared about the crunch.
It looks like you're being obscene with it.
I'm scared about the crunch. Can I give you an example? I was going to talk more about intelligence, but come on, talk to me.
Well, I was just going to say that I was stupid this week.
No.
I'm stupid every day. But I don't remember facts. I don't really understand the world and how it works and all that kind of stuff. And somebody was talking to me about I think I talked to you about this afterwards, about the moon and how far away is the moon from Earth. And he said, go on, how far away do you think it is? Because I was like, it's quite close, isn't it? I thought it was about 20,000 miles away. In fact, if I'm honest, I thought it was closer than that. But I said that thinking that I was exaggerating it. It turns out it's 250,000 miles away.
Oh.
So how stupid am I?
Oh.
It's the moon. It's the thing we see all the time.
Well, you talked about
I thought it was just down there. I thought if you could drive up, you could just drive there. Just a couple of hours.
It will take us a couple of days.
If you had an escalator big enough, we could get up there one day.
No. Talking about electricity, I did say to the question, which it was with an innocent intent, about wind turbines.
Wind turbines, yes.
We were driving, my husband has a thing, he loves them.
He loves them.
He loves them.
Okay. Welcome to more Darren updates.
And I'm driving past the wind turbine. I said, do they need electricity to keep them going? And it felt really like a sensible question, thinking, well, if the wind isn't going, do they need a little bit of electricity?
Yeah.
And Darren said that kind of defeats the object
a little bit.
So when you talk about stupidity,
that is the kind of thing that I would say.
Because I say to that, is there any stupid questions? It turns out there are.
Yes, there are.
Quite a lot of them, and I ask them most of the time.
All the time.
Hang on, I've got a cough. It's not COVID.
I don't like the feeling of. I don't like feeling stupid.
Oh, I feel it all the time. It's
and I think a lot of that comes from if you're the youngest in the family. So you would, because I was 5 and my siblings were obviously 10 and 12, then I would say stupid stuff because it's not stupid, it's what a 5-year-old would say. But then of course your older siblings go, what are you talking about? And then you feel like an idiot. And I still, I don't like that feeling.
I don't mind being stupid, I don't like being wrong.
It's the same thing though, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Is it? I'm not clever enough to answer.
No, I just ask the questions now, and they could be stupid. We've established that. Also, I was in W. Smith's the other day, and I licked an envelope.
You licked an envelope?
Yeah, I mean, it was one I was using. I didn't just start licking it.
Because in my mind, you just went up to like a pack of envelopes.
Start licking them.
And before I buy them, I want to see what they taste like.
No, I licked it in these times where you shouldn't.
Well, hang on. You've got an envelope. You're about to post something. I presumed you were in the post office area.
Yes, I am in the post office.
That's okay then, isn't it?
No, I don't think we should. Well, because
you had to remove your mask, didn't you?
Well, I had to remove my mask.
Or did you put it into your mask?
I removed the mask only for like the time that it took to lick, which is probably around 2 seconds.
What's going on with your voice?
I don't know. But what was worrying is that I licked something. You shouldn't lick things right now.
Generally speaking, don't anyway. But yes, particularly
in a time that we are hopefully coming towards the end of a pandemic, but we're still very much in it. And I should not have licked the envelope, and my stupid brain went, look at me, without me even thinking about it. So I licked it, then I went, I've just licked the envelope, and I said it really loudly.
Did you? You announced your lickage. Don't tell people you're licking things.
I wanted someone to tell me it was okay.
Look at me, I'm an idiot licking things. Don't do that.
I know.
Announce your stupidity.
Well, when I'm stupid, I kind of want someone to tell me it's okay.
I'm guessing people didn't flock to you and go, it's all right, darling. No. It's hard to not lick stuff, isn't it?
I just stood there like that, red-faced, cross with myself. I mean, it's a stance I'm generally used to, but, I just was like, why did you lick yourself? Why not?
You did lick yourself. Chance to be fun.
That's my brain.
Yeah, I know.
I was born with this one.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about Arthur Conan Doyle.
Why?
He's a very, very good example of a type of intelligence. I can't think of what it was now. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Motivated reasoning.
Right.
So it's why some people who are very clever do stupid things.
Yes.
Arthur Conan Doyle was a very intelligent man.
He was.
He's an author. I think he might have been a doctor. He was all kinds of
some stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so he had a real emotional belief in spiritualism.
Oh.
Right? He went to lots of different psychics who just made stuff up. Yeah. And his mate, Harry Houdini, you might know of him,
me and Harry go way back.
Putting out of things fame, you know. He was the Derren Brown of his time, and he tried to tell his mate Arthur Conan Doyle. He said, "No, mate, it's not real. I can show you how they're doing it." He wouldn't believe it. He even made scientific experiments to try and prove that fairies were real, but we just couldn't see them because they live in a little sort of different time zone, if you will.
Wow.
I know. And so he really believed in all of this stuff, right? But I ask the question to you now, Rebecca Elliott, with your big brain.
Yeah, I don't have
Could he have just had really good existential intelligence that actually he knew there was something bigger or something else and wanted to prove it, but he couldn't prove it because he just couldn't work out how to prove it, but he had an idea there was something bigger? Because we talk about that as an existential intelligence as something that is kind of real, you know?
Yeah.
I
don't... I mean, clearly the existence of fairies does sound a little bit out there.
Yeah.
But I don't like it when people equate any kind of faith in something unproven with stupidity.
No.
Because that's the point of having faith, isn't it? Having a feeling that there's something more.
I just kind of like to
even if you can't have empirical proof for it, it's not stupidity. But I think sometimes these days it's quite a trendy, dare I say it, from Stephen Fry et al. To equate, and your Dawkins, believing in God is akin to believing in Santa Claus and all that crap. And it's really, really not. And I hate that doing down of someone who's going, I don't have proof of this, but I have a feeling about it. And that doesn't make me stupid. And I'm not going to try and prove it. But I don't think,
I just like to bet on everything.
What the point is, really.
I just like to go, well, it could be true. Everything.
Yeah, but I don't think everything can be true.
I'm going to go with that because you just never know. Imagine if you die and you go, I'm so sure on that. Oh, what a twat.
I know. Well, I think that's going to happen with all of us, isn't it?
Could do.
Imagine find out all sorts of things.
Imagine if fairies are around everywhere and you're going,
Yeah.
And they're laughing at you going,
You're just going to presume that it's all true.
That's exactly what I do. I presume that potentially everything is true. Okay. Potentially.
Yeah. Potentially a unicorn might gallop across the garden in a moment.
There's potentially.
Okay.
Right? There's some things have a greater thing of manifesting into reality than other things. A probability.
Yes.
That's the word I'm looking for. But I'm just going to go with maybe it's true. Because you know what?
Well, but again, I think you have to have sort of some faith in science, but we're always having this argument.
I have loads of faith. I believe in science. I'm thankful for it.
Yes, but you can't believe in science and then also at the same time go, but literally anything could happen at any moment.
Did you hear me say that I believe in everything? So of course I can believe in science. I'm literally hedging my bets on everything, going, yep, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. I'm not sure. I don't think anyway. We talked about the expertise thing as well. People who have been in a job for a long time can make all kinds of mistakes because they go on autopilot because they're so used to what they do that they'll just go and then get things wrong through that. Like there was an incident of some bombings in Spain, and the FBI said it was this guy in America. He'd never left America, so he could have done it, right? Potentially.
Yeah.
But they had his fingerprints. Or what they thought were his fingerprints, but they looked so similar. And because the area of expertise of the fingerprint experts, well, we know that is a fingerprint and that looks like that one. They totally ignored all the other evidence because they were so sure in their own expertise.
Okay.
That they just literally went, no, we know better.
Unable to see the bigger picture.
Unable to see, and this can affect us. Did you like that? I did that, like a kind of.
Yeah, but people can't see what you're doing.
But
you're
what I'm
doing,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm just bringing interesting. I'm just sliding my finger up my face to make a point. So, so what we can do is, you see, this can affect us and all kinds of things. Like we'll go with our gut instinct rather than look at the facts.
Right.
This is how fake news and things like that are created because we'll listen to the gist of something.
Yeah.
And we won't look at the actual wording of something, for example.
Yeah, and we'll jump to conclusions based on our own experience and expertise rather than actually looking outside of that. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's confirmation bias, mate. That's what that is.
Confirmation bias.
I know. She's bringing it out now.
You are bringing it all out today.
And did you know there's also this too much talent kind of intelligence thing? Did you know this?
Oh, I've got too much talent. Oh, God.
So if you're really, really talented at something, like your good self, I mean, you'll F it up at some point because of this. So for example, if you look at the an England football squad, right?
Yeah.
The most best talent in the world, say, for example. Really loads of money. There's loads of good players. They played the Iceland football team. Mm-hmm. Iceland kicked their butts.
Right.
Because, like, there was so much talent, so many egos. And there's scientific proof to show that if you're around people and you're competitive with people within your group, that can lower your IQ by quite a few points. Like,
really?
Literally. Yeah, because
so
your brain...
think being competitive...
It can up it as well.
Raise it.
But no, it can absolutely...
Game,
it can absolutely lower it because you're focused more on that rather than actually the strategics of something, for example. Okay. You're not working collectively. They know that humans are better when they work collaboratively. And that's why team sports work so well, because they work collaboratively. However, when you get people who in the team sports and their egos take over and they want to be the best, it doesn't work. And that's why Iceland beat them, because they will go in, we're going to do our best. We know each other. They were all like vets and doctors, didn't really care that, like different kind of things.
They were vets and doctors?
Well, I think there were some vets and doctors. I don't think they were all professional footballers. I could be wrong on that. I generally am. But on this, I think it's quite interesting to think about that if you're affected by other people and not doing your best for the greater good, then potentially that can work out into stupid results, is what I'm saying.
So the reason this podcast today is quite shit is because we're both competing with each other
to be the best.
Yes. And so everything's gone downhill because of that.
No, I'm thoroughly enjoying this podcast. Maybe you've got to look at yourself on that one.
Example. I can't believe that. I think you're doing down Iceland here. I can't believe the football team of Iceland are actually just like plumbers in the day, and they
might not be.
Have a little kick around in the evening.
I know a lot of them are called Jurgen.
Doesn't seem right.
I don't know if that's a fact. All I'm saying.
How many Watsits have you got in your mouth now?
Oh, what's the one, mate?
Don't eat after the podcast.
I've always thought of myself as someone with a huge mouth, and I've just realised scientifically by a Watson experiment, it's very small.
Well, they are giant Watsits, to be fair. I don't want people at home thinking you're eating a normal sized Watsit.
Yeah, but surely they would have done an experiment at the Watsit factory
to see if you can actually fit it in your mouth.
Can you fit it in your mouth?
Widthways.
I can't. I should have been part of that experiment going, try and get it in there, mate, see what happens. Laugh him.
I'm going to tell you what I like about wearing a mask at the moment.
What
just
do you like?
About eating there.
Yeah.
Is that I was having a Jaffa cake on my way out the other day. I was going to walk into town. And I don't like to put the whole thing in my mouth. Well, I was wearing a mask. I think I was going to the school. That's right. So I needed to wear the mask. I had a Jaffa cake. Mm-hmm. But what you can do is you could hide it behind the mask, right? And it works as like a food hammock.
Just there, just sitting there.
People can't see.
No.
So it's like, horses have like a horse...
Oh, it's like a horse bag, like a
horse bag thing.
Human bag.
Exactly.
Oh.
You could shove a whole burger in there, really.
Oh.
Just keep munching it, and it just holds it there for you.
I'd love that at school, because I used to always get in trouble. I mean, the amount of jobs I've been sacked for eating and talking. I could have done it with a mask.
Now you got a mask, you can get away with it.
Oh, man. I don't know why I thought...
I think that's a good tip from me today.
I think it's really good.
Don't need to use your hands to hold food anymore. Just put it in your face hammock. Away you go.
I think we should continue wearing masks. Even when everyone is vaccinated. No, it really works.
Yeah, food hammocks.
There's something about a mask that I quite enjoy, especially now in the chilly weather.
Oh, they are good face warmers as well.
And some of them are really pretty.
Multifaceted.
Oh my God, we'll miss them, won't we?
Oh,
let's enjoy them.
You'll miss them when they've gone.
What else was I going to talk to you about?
I don't know, we could skip to the end now if you want.
Oh, shall we do that?
No, it's up to you, mate. If you've got other things.
No, I
brought very little to the table today.
Well, I was thinking about living in this world. I really enjoy this world, this planet that we live on, right?
Mm-hmm. Planet Earth,
there are days where it's a bit tricky and you feel a bit sad and whatever. And then I thought to myself, I'm going to get off social media. I would like to get off social media. I won't.
Well, where's this? This is random.
It's not. It leads to a very, very nice point.
Does it? All right, looking forward to that.
And I'm on social media and then I should get off, and then someone goes and posts a picture of owls laying down to go to sleep, because that's what owls do, right?
Do they?
Yeah. And you think that could be for your crevice one day. And then you think...
Owls lay down to go to sleep?
Apparently
I can't imagine them just sitting up. I've written several books.
I was going to say,
I shouldn't really know that.
I was going to message you.
In my book, she has a bed and she does lie down in it. So well, I'm fairly accurate.
She should lay on her stomach because I think that's what they do.
She lays on her side, but
I think you need to probably get that factually correct. And I just thought, I mean, without Facebook, I would not know that. And I think I'm probably a rounder person for knowing that.
There you go.
And I just think you've just got to look at everything has a good and a bad.
It does.
I don't know what I'm wrapping up to. I feel like I need to do a moment.
It's the yin and yang of life.
It's the yin isn't it? And yang of life.
We all like a good yang.
Or a yin, if you're feeling particularly fancy. There's all. But yeah, what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a woman of one.
Calm down.
Well, I've got so many more facts about stupidity, but I think we need to leave that there. I think we've wrapped it up nicely.
Are you sure?
I think so.
So, you were about to go into a woman of wonder.
Yes.
You've done a jingle for this.
My friends,
which I'm going to slot in around about now.
Women of wonder, wonder of women. Women of wonder, wonderful women. Go, woman!
Boom. So now you can do your Women of Wonder.
So, Women of Wonder this week. I mean, yeah, it's just, this is really exciting. Oh, I've written a name down and I can't read it. This is embarrassing. Sybil, I want to say Huntington, but I should look this up. Let me pause. I need to.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, you kind of need to know the woman's name in your Woman of Wonder. That's pretty basic.
And that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Basic.
Why is my iPad frozen? No, this is not good, is it? Women.
Sorry. With your headphones on, that go right to your head. Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hello. Back to it.
Yeah.
My woman this week, my Woman of Wonder, is the wonderful Sybil Luddington.
Sybil Luddington.
Now, you'll ask me, well, what does she do, won't you?
What does she do, mate?
Well, you know Paul Revere, don't you?
Who?
Oh. Oh, the irony that we're doing stupidity. Paul Revere, he was the man that ran on a horse for 20 miles saying, the English are coming, and...
Oh, yeah.
In Boston, the Boston Tea Party, the
Boston
trail.
Tea Party,
all about that. So he rode 20 miles, right? Revered. He was revered for saving America.
Yeah.
However, my friend, Sybil Luddington.
What does she do?
She did the same thing, but she went for 40 miles, telling more people.
Well, at the same time?
Yeah. She was the one riding ahead of him, 40 miles.
Yeah. Why did he get all the kudos?
Exactly.
The praise.
Why do you think, my friend? Why do you think it was a little thing between his legs? Anyway, yeah, so he ran.
What, the horse?
Do you know? Anyway, do you know how old she was when that happened?
No.
16 years old, my friend.
Wow.
And
for a moment I thought you were going to say 63 and that was going to be more impressive.
No, come on. She was 16. She rode 40 minutes from 9 o'clock.
40 minutes?
40 miles, my friend. 40 miles.
Yes.
From 9 o'clock in the evening till dawn.
Wow.
She goes, okay, the English coming, mate. The English coming. And this happened in around the 1700s, wasn't it? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. She did not get a statue built until 1935.
Wow.
And George Washington thanked her, but that's it. I mean, who knows her? I mean, we all know Paul Revere. I'm going to start telling everyone, no. Wasn't Paul, mate. Wasn't Paul, mate. It was Sybil. She
did it first?
I think she did it either first or at the same time. I don't know exactly, but she was definitely went further, told more people, and made a big stink about it.
Wow.
On a horse at 16. Worried about the English going, we're going to have a war. Get yourselves ready.
Sort it out.
Paul's doing it, but I'm doing it better.
Yeah. Paul will be along in a minute, say the same thing.
Yeah,
but you heard it from me first.
You heard it from me, Sybil. Yeah. I won't get any recognition because of my vagina.
Just pretend to Paul that it's new information, because you know what he's like.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, Paul Revere, he'll need all the kudos for this, but you know I've done it right. I've done it the first time, like most women. Yeah. You know, it's done.
Wow.
Woman of Wonder, Sybil Luddington.
Luddington.
Remember that name, my friend.
I will.
Remember that name.
You say ironically because at the beginning of that we had to pause for corporate out. Why? Because you'd forgotten her name.
No, I couldn't remember her last name.
You can't just remember Sybil. You have to remember both names.
Everyone remembers Sybil. But yeah, Luddington. Anyway, it was great. That's my Woman of Wonder.
That was good. Do you want to delve into my crevice?
Oh, I'm already there. I'm always
curiosity.
I'm snuggled in your crevice.
You get right
it's
up
nice
in
and it's warm,
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I actually jingled.
You did. You jiggled as if you were really nestling in there. That was quite nasty.
A lot. I jiggled a lot. I'm embarrassed.
Crevice of curiosity.
Which we will have a good jingle for.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do a jingle for that.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting that the one you did for your Woman of Wonder was a good jingle? Wow.
We'll have a jingle.
And can I just say that I was not involved in the jingle for Woman of Wonder at all. That was all Kirsty.
It's all me. It's all me.
Yeah.
One day they'll be like, that Rebecca Elliott, and there'll be me. Someone in the future will be going, Kirsty Hudson is a Woman of Wonder. She had Rebecca Elliott leading ahead, but Kirsty Hudson was the real.
She was the real hero.
Yeah.
Crevice of curiosity.
Yes, my friend.
They recently unearthed a burial ground for Stone Age hunters. Okay, this was somewhere in South America, Peru or something. Okay.
Stone Age hunters.
Stone Age hunters. Burial ground.
So they're hunters living in the Stone Age.
Oh, good grief.
Right, okay, just clarifying. You've got to get your facts right, mate. You don't look stupid.
As opposed to what? Stoned aged hunters? How did you want?
Yeah, there could have been a whole bunch
Elderly
of
hunters who are all
stoned. Just got to clarify.
Okay, thanks for the clarification.
You're welcome.
There.
Mm-hmm.
They unearthed a burial ground.
Did they?
For Stone Age hunters. Okay. And what is interesting, okay, so these, for I think it was about 9,000 years ago, 50% were women.
Wow.
The whole hunter-gatherer thing, men did the hunting, women did the gathering of the berries and stuff, is a nonsense.
Factually incorrect.
Factually incorrect. It came more into being later on, and they're trying to work out why now. It's sort of put everything into question. But there's been many more burial grounds that have also backed this up, basically. Because they used to bury them with their spears and stuff, so whatever you did when you were alive, you get buried with them. And yeah, 50% here of these hunters were women.
Wow. And the men were just busy gathering.
No, we're 50-50. The men were hunting as well.
Okay.
But they would also, because they sort of extrapolate from this, they would also, they reckon, share the childcare basically as well.
No way.
It was all very, very sharing, you know.
Well, when on earth did this become
Exactly.
factually...
So now they're really looking into when and how this changed thousands of years later.
I think I'm
into more of a hunter-gatherer thing. But it's also made them question, well, did it? Do we actually need to go back and look at those, that evidence, those burial grounds and all that kind of stuff?
I think I'm going to blame Paul Revere.
I think we should.
I think up until then, everyone was doing fine.
Yeah.
He got cross with Sybil.
Yeah.
He said, that's it.
Yeah.
The women are staying at home.
Yeah.
No more showing me up.
No.
That's what he thought.
She went twice as far.
She went twice as far, faster.
Told twice as many people.
Yeah.
I'm not having it.
She's
a little woman. She needs to be at home.
Yeah. That's what blame him.
Yeah.
But that's fascinating, right?
Isn't it?
Because I just think this is the year for everything to become unearthed.
Oh.
You know, we thought of it negatively, but actually facts are coming alight that you're going, wow, I know. The world is a good place.
Isn't it? I've also discovered that a shovel and a spade are different things.
No way.
Yeah.
Literally changing the world one podcast at a time, Rebecca.
I know.
Elliott.
A shovel and a spade are different things. A spade has a flat top to it.
And does the other one have a pointed?
Yeah, and the other one was very much flat for edging and whatnot.
Right.
And your shovel is sort of more bowl-like and can be pointed or rounded. But it is not flat. If it's got a flat top,
it's a spade.
It's a spade. If it's rounded or in any way bowl-like, it's a shovel.
Do you know what that does to me?
Mic drop.
Do you know what that says to me?
What?
Right, that says, you know those people who always go, well, I call a spade a spade? Oh!
Yeah, actually, it's a shovel.
Mate.
Dick.
Shove it up your bum with the big shovel. So your shovel's for your digging, your spade is for your edging. Or your spade might be for picking things up because it's got the...
Exactly. Yeah, picking up and moving. I mean, you can dig with both of them.
You see here, guys, this is the things you're learning on Don't Laugh Part. You've learned that owls lay on their tummies. You've learned about Paul Revere. You've learned about the real history. We are hitting hard today.
Also,
we could be on question time.
We could be. What are you talking about? Gardener's question time, maybe.
Because we know things.
We really don't. Nick Clegg is the vice president of Facebook, and I don't think enough.
Hold on.
Yes.
Not Nick Clegg, who was...
Nick Clegg is now the vice president of Facebook.
Who was a Liberal Democrat leader.
Yes. Why aren't people talking about this?
Always.
What's going to happen next? Anne Widdecombe's going to become managing director of TikTok.
What?
Why aren't people talking about this?
Why did that happen?
I don't know.
Why did Mark Zuckerman go, yeah, he's the man?
Yeah, he's the guy.
Is Mark Zuckerman still the Is he still the
don't
president?
give me follow-up questions.
Oh, I know. I made the faux pas. I'm going to have to Google that. I'll bring that up to you next week. Do you know what? I've thoroughly enjoyed this, Rebecca Elliott.
Have you?
This episode, I don't care if nobody else listens to it, because they won't. But I don't... You know, you should do things for yourself.
Did I have you at shovel?
You had me at hello. I know it's cliche, but you really did, Rebecca Elliott. So this is exciting, right? This is exciting. We've done things. We've talked about stuff.
As you're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Had some laughs, killed some time.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You're going to have exciting jingles on this one. I mean...
Are they exciting?
Yeah. I mean, these are free for people as well.
Yeah.
You know, we are... thank you for being here,
if you want to donate any money to us, then feel free. I mean, I don't need any because you could probably do with a tenner.
I'll always take a tenner.
Yeah.
And any other money.
Just a loose change.
If you've got threepence in your pocket, send it my way. I could be the Kirsty of charity.
That was slightly desperate, wasn't it? Send Kirsty some loose change. That would be great.
Just for turning up. I have never had a medal in my life.
No.
I've never... I once...
Get on about it.
Oh, I just need to win things.
I don't think I've won. Oh, I got a blue pea.
Well, I won a competition in a basement in a pub once. Comedy competition, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I won that.
There you go.
Yeah, but I've got no medal for it, mate. I've got a terrible picture on Facebook. That's all I got, and a few quid. But you know...
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on. Life changing.
I know.
I think life is changing.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, or are you just going to keep going until you hopefully stumble upon something meaningful? Or no?
I want to live a meaningful life. It's the want.
Yeah.
Is where I bugger up. Okay. Love you, Rebecca Elliott. Love you, listeners. It's been a joy and a pleasure for me alone.
It's been beautiful. Yeah. very much for you alone. And we'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week for all kinds of stuff. Look out for us. We're going to be around.
Yeah, brilliant. And wrap up warm.
I'll tell you what as well. One more thing.
Come on.
Stupidity. Oh, she said wrap up warm.
Yeah, that's going to be my catchphrase now.
So much. Where is the summer? Wrap up warm. Wrap up.
What were you just talking about?
Stupidity. Do it or don't.
Yeah.
Be well, my friends.
And wrap up warm.
Okay. You take care, my friends. Lots of love. See you next week.
See you soon. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Don't Laugh But can cause extreme laughter and ponderments, though it's important to note that many episodes are asymptomatic.